Hey, what's up guys? Spencer Rhodes here. So, Bob Stookey was a character that was in The Walking Dead Season 4 and Season 5. He died in the third episode of Season 5. He ended up getting Dale's death in the comics, where he gets captured by these group of cannibals. They cut off his leg and eat his leg, but then he kind of laughs hysterically because he had already been bitten before he even got captured by these guys. So it's kind of funny and ironic that they capture him, they cut off his leg, and they start cooking and eating his leg when he had already been bitten, so he was going to die either way. But he was played by Lawrence Giller Jr., who was in The Wire in the first couple of seasons. I loved his character. I loved that show. And yeah, I liked his character. I liked Bob Stookey. I remember watching back in 2013, 2014, watching season 4, and I really started to like his character. His character was kind of a slow burn. Just every episode, he would continue to grow on you more and more and more. And once you got to the end of season 4, you absolutely loved him. I mean, at least that's how I felt about the character. Still, I think a lot of people, including myself, had a feeling that when season 5 was going to come along, he was the first on the hit list. He was going to be the first one to die. He was going to be the first big death, and it was possible that he was going to get Dale's comic death because it was such a cool moment in the comics that I wanted it to be given to a character, and I thought Bob was a good fit. He was happy. He was in a relationship with Sasha. That gets you killed, being happy and being in a relationship, and I wanted Lawrence Giller Jr. to have that moment where he gets to show off his acting chops and have that big tainted meat crazy moment from the comics. I wanted that for him. The character only lasted 19 episodes, the 16 in season 4, and then he died in the third episode of season 5. But, I thought he was kind of a good, cool, somewhat important character. I mean, I didn't love him as much as I loved, say, Tyrese or Abraham or Beth. But I liked Bob. I mean, I liked the character. But, The Walking Dead does need sad deaths. And I thought that Bob Stookey, he had a nice little short story arc. He was kind of hopeless. He believed that he was cursed and he was always going to be the last survivor of every group he was in. And once he gets bitten, he realizes that he's surrounded by people that are still alive. And and he was happy before then. He was in a relationship with Sasha before then. And once he gets bitten, he realizes that he's not the last survivor of his group anymore. And that makes him happy. And he had hope in the new world, and he believed that the world is going to get better. He talked about Rick. He talked about that with Rick a couple of times. He believed the world was going to get better. On his deathbed, in some of his final moments, Rick is holding Judith, and Bob talks to Rick, and Bob says, look at her and tell me the world's not going to get better. So although Bob died, he was hopeful and happy, which he wasn't when he was alone. So his story had kind of come full circle. He had found happiness and hope in the world, but he also died. So I think he had a complete sort of story arc. His story arc had a beginning, middle, and end, and the character was complete. So would I have kept him alive longer? Do I disagree with his death? No, I don't. It was a big death from the comics. I think Bob was a good fit. I think season 5 needed an early death to sort of shake things up. And, Bob was definitely appropriate. Beth and Tyrese, I don't know. I'm a little more on those two. But Bob, his death I agree with. You do need sad deaths of likable characters in The Walking Dead. He was a sad death. I like the character. But I agree with his death. So, yeah. Anyway, that's all I have for this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't be shy. Hit that like and subscribe. I'm not going anywhere. I make 1 to 2 Walking Dead videos per day, so please hit that subscribe button. Right now we are at 325 subscribers. My goal is to try to get to 400 in the next few months. So just remember, every subscriber counts, every bit of support matters and is very, very appreciated. And hopefully, eventually, we will get to that goal of 400. Anyway, with all that said, I am Spencer Rhodes, and I will see you guys later. Bye.